Hello and welcome to another edition of the Rake Reflects. Here, these particular heroes are not my favorite. I'm a recent convert to grandmother. Um, so I think I underestimated how effective how useful the extra 10 life is, and then of course when you hit level 6, it is a nice little stat bump. And here we're just going to we're gonna see if we can polywoggle it up a little bit here, and we are gonna lock the magic research. I just think it's very important to actually spend that third gold on your second turn. Um, so we're gonna give that polywoggle another buff, try and get it to go for us this time. Not gonna lock the second polywoggle. Hopefully we can slay the first one, and if we can't, we're probably gonna need a little more help than a 1/1. So. We get in there. Unfortunately, they attack first. They win the fight, but we get our slay, so can't complain about that. Here, we get to have some fun with our shrink ray, and then we get to chicken launder for fun and profit, and we can end up buying the whole shop out right there. So, nice little thing you can do. Very strong when you can buy low and sell high with the chickens. It's just good profit there. And we get a nice, fairly easy win over the Snow Angel. And here, you got some options here. We're going to take the Polywoggle and put that in slot 1 with the Mim behind it. It's just a very strong way to spike some power here. And then we are going to just get out of the happy little tree and give our Polywoggle a little bit extra chance to slay. I did make a mistake here. I should have kept the Spellweaver in slot 6 in case the summons from Bo Peep would not get in the way, but doesn't matter. You just get smushed anyway. That's all right. And, all right, we got a 4/8 with some upside if we have like units that can actually kill things, but I don't know if we can actually kill anything. Yeah, we got my two favorite questing characters. A little sketchy about the Brave Princess, but we've got the Mim to support it, so we'll give it a shot. Give it the old shot, and we sell out of the happy little tree trying to find a spell. We did find a spell, so making progress on our Cinderella quest. Um, and we get our slay in, and I'm gonna lose the fight as just the our Spellweaver is kind of a magnet for their attacks, unfortunately. And okay, we got a Good Witch to help buff up our good characters, particularly the Bo Peep and the Brave Princess. And now we just got to figure out how we want to position this. It's a little awkward. Can't really get support value off of the Riverwish Mermaid, but we'll take a shot at it. Just as a 4/8, it's not a bad unit here, supported by the good creature, Good Witch. And opponent was not really doing that much. They had double Ring of Meteors from their own treasure, and it just killed their Polywoggle right away. So I'm not sure where they're going with that. Here we take the Bad Moon. Hopefully we can find ourselves a Lightning Dragon to pair with this Riverwish Mermaid. Not able to get it there. We'll take the first attack every round. That's quite powerful, or at least can be with the right setup. Not the dragon we're looking for. Thought about taking this Feasting Dragon, but no, we'll just go on, and we're just gonna fiddle around with this. There's like no ideal answer here. We just cross our fingers that we can get this Brave Princess to slay, and she goes right ahead and attacks into. We had a 50-50 to get it there and couldn't get it. Unfortunate. But the fight itself doesn't go too badly for us. Finally get some good value out of this. This is starting to be a pretty strong ranged unit back there. And okay, here's our Lightning Dragon. Perfect. Start scaling that up with the Riverwish Mermaid and the Bad Moon. So should be pretty easy to come by. And alright, we also get a friendly Phoenix, which is usually a nice little buff here. Now we're starting to dig for how to set this up where we can, like, the problem is that the Brave Princess kind of needs to be in slot. Like, our back row is pretty full with characters. There's like, yeah, just keep wandering around with this. This is what I come up with. It gives us, it seems like a fair shot to get a sleigh in, but yeah, no, we get donkey farmed after they again they're uh, they just targeted our Spellweaver very surgically. So down to 18 life here, starting to feel like things are getting a little sketchy. So we'll take this Lady of the Lake, just always pretty strong with the when you've got a friendly Phoenix back there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to sell out and play this spell. Give us a good chance of winning this round. And yeah, Brave Princess way over there, probably not going to get the sleigh, but you know, you tried. Got to give her credit for trying. And actually, we got the sleigh. Just pretty big luck box there, and a treasure map. All right, that can get us somewhere pretty nice pretty quick. And getting a little bit of extra attack on this friendly Phoenix is worth a gold, I think, here. Okay, another friendly Phoenix pair, sure. And okay, yeah, we'll take a risk that we can win this one. This lightning dragon is starting to be pretty big. 14-11 ranged. Decent chance that I can take out 2 of our opponent's back row characters. And beyond that, the right side of our board is a little sketchy, and it's a little bit of a lightning dragon mirror. But yeah, we lose a close one. We actually, I think, had a 50-50 to tie there at the end. Lost that. Get a ghost fight. Love to see a ghost fight, and love to see level 6 treasure. Yeah, friendly Phoenix. That'll do. Just get to have our best unit twice, and usually pretty happy to grab the Robin Wood. And that's going to be it for this turn. And we should be able to beat a ghost with this comp, and we do. We get a couple of sleigh triggers off of it too. And now we're one step away from level 6 and getting our treasures up. Or getting out of treasure, the hero power. And here we're actually going to pump the Lady of the Lake so that she does not get the Robin Wood buff. I want to get that on the Friendly Spirit, and then after the Friendly Spirit dies, we'll put that on the Lady of the Lake back there. And we're not seeing anything here. Hunting pretty hard for experience, and oh, I finally found some experience. All right, so now this was a pretty weak board for this point in the game, and now that we have reached level 6, everything gets +5/+5, and we're in a serious business now. And position, positioning's always going to be a little awkward. River Mermaid does that until you have the horn, because she wants to be behind the characters on the left, but the fact that she's not a ranged unit on her own doesn't do great things for that. And we get a couple more sleighs off of this lightning dragon, so that's starting to be that's a real strong unit here, and we easily take down this dwarf Charon player. And not really looking to triple the lightning dragon, so we're going to skip that, and we kind of regret it again. Also, pass a Neon and then get shown another Neon, which is not the most fun. But we're kind of like hunting for good boys, and there's a good boy. Okay, and thinking a little bit. So we want to definitely want to cast the Luna's Grace on the Lady of the Lake. That way she doesn't get hit by the Robin Hood buff. And then there's some thought about maybe locking, maybe cycling out the Wizard's Familiar to lock the Broomhilda in there. But with our hero power, I don't think it's worth it. I think we just need to want to get more good units here. And yep, that'll do. That'll do, good boy. And we get in there, and the first attack goes well for us. And yeah, we've got enough stats. The stats all compounding with the good boys and the friendly phoenixes attacking into each other or buffing each other up. It works out quite nicely. And yeah, we're gonna take the Pigomorph. It's, you know, look at this. We're in the top 6, and last place has 7 health. First place has 19 health. This could go quick. We're gonna take the best. Especially when we've got 5 gold left in the shop, we're gonna automatically go ahead and grab that Pigomorph. It'll just give us a huge boost in winning this particular round. And there's not too much here. Like if we knew our opponent was super weak on the back line, we could maybe, super dependent on the back line, we could still run this Lightning Dragon. But I think just get as much stats as possible right here will serve us best. And you're up against another dwarf player. And okay, Pigomorph. Yeah, the hits go well for us. Everything gets nice and juicy size. We still have this friendly Phoenix, or sorry, the Phoenix Feather. Yeah, Phoenix Feather. To resummon our highest attack character if we need it. We didn't need it. Good strong range back row did it on its own. Thought about this Lancelot, but again, I don't like a level 5 character. Treasure is not necessarily worth like going out of our way for, and probably being a little bit weaker on board the turn we do it. And here I thought about that Luna's Grace again to try and get the Robin Hood buff to land on the good boy, but I didn't want to. With the 2 chickens in hand, we've actually got a fair bit of gold, and now we're going to do that. And hopefully, if we win this round, that'll permanently solve the problem of the Lady of the Lake stealing our good boy buff, or stealing a buff from a good boy. Probably should have locked this Pigomorph, but I was just a little too focused on like trying to make sure that we actually win this round. And we get the first attack there, goes directly into the Doom Breath, big time for us. And then after that, we've just got plenty of numbers. No worries. And even get to resummon the good boy with the Phoenix Feather. Unfortunately, by resummoning it, it does not get to keep the buff. And now we're looking. So we look at our last opponent, and information 6 turns old. It's not great, and it's possible they could have turned into a good boy thing. They could have turned into a strong sleigh board. Kind of hard to tell. But I don't really think we need to replace the Bad Moon, and I don't really think the 3 of Shields is going to get anything for us. And then we are going to fire off this Righteousness to upgrade one of our good boys. It's just adds a lot of stats to us this round. You know, obviously the good boy gets a little bit bigger and then doubles itself, and everything just kind of keeps stacking up on itself. So pretty happy about that. I'm just thinking about maybe running a you know, and we throw in the mermaid just because she's good. And again here we got a pretty easy win. He never even had to use our Phoenix Feather, which is a nice little blanket here. And we're on to the finals, and they did turn into a good boy build, which we stole with our gloves. So we're getting in something here. And this Charon was a dwarf player. So usually it's not that hard for good boys to outscale dwarves. Um, and we've yeah, see, this is what their board was. They hadn't found a Lordy when we faced them last, so they could be a lot stronger than this, but probably not that strong. Um, so we can grab another Robin Wood, just add extra attack onto our good boys. And looking for a little something more for this fight. And here we can again, against this dwarf player, we don't really need a dragon ever, and pumping up that Lady of the Lake so that the Robin Wood buffs land on the good boys and not on her is real strong. And then we go ahead and lock the Echo Wood in the shop just in case that would be necessary if we like had a narrow loss against this dwarf player. But now the Phoenix Feather resummons the upgraded good boy for us, which just gives us absolute tons of stats, and we're pretty easily able to take down that dwarf player. So that was a good one. Grandmama, and you notice that 10 life, we died with 10 life left. So the extra 10 life from the grandmother got us in a position where we were able to take advantage of the big bad wolf. So thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. And until next time, may all your shops be gorgeous and your hits be surgical.